spoiler alert, we're going to be showing you where all these trees are at.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Disney Springs. We're doing the little holiday hunt for trees because they don't have the actual tree trail.
It's actually the Christmas tree. It's actually the Christmas tree stroll, and then we're also going to check out some holiday treats.
Yeah, because it's almost Christmas time and we haven't got to do it yet, so let's go do it.
So to start off the Christmas tree stroll here at Disney Springs, you actually need to go over and get a map. And you can get these maps at the Welcome Center. Just ask for the Christmas tree stroll map. And it basically comes with stickers, and you go around Disney Springs, you find your Christmas trees, and then you place a sticker after you find one of the trees. And once it's completed, you go back to the Welcome Center for a special surprise. All right, so we found our first tree. It's the Toy Story tree, and it's right here on the map. So like I said, we found our first tree. This is the Toy Story tree, and it's got cute little ornaments on there. There's some little green alien balls. There's some rockets and some sheriff's badges. And one thing that I always love about the Christmas tree trail, but this year the stroll, is that there are boxes on here with ornaments in there that you can actually purchase here at World of Disney or at the Christmas store, or pretty much anywhere that sells ornaments on property. So the second tree here is near World of Disney and the Lego store, and it is the Princess and the Frog tree. It's cute. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite. It's more like, it seems like it's like Mardi Gras almost themed, kind of from the colors. But when I think of Princess and the Frog, I'm more thinking of just like the greens and stuff, but they threw some purple in there. It's still cute though. I like there's some sparkly ornaments on there, and there's some little frogs on lily pads, but we got our sticker, so we're gonna keep moving on, and I think we're actually gonna stop at Amorette's.
All right, Taylor, so how's it taste?
I am thoroughly enjoying this little dessert party here at Amorette's that we are having. There are actually multiple holiday options that you can get here at Amorette's right now. And if you don't know, this is actually right next to World of Disney, kind of hidden in the back corner, but you'll know it when you see it. So today we have the Holiday Mickey Mousse. This is a dome of white chocolate mousse, dark chocolate with chocolate chiffon cake. This was actually really good. So sometimes I'm a little skeptical of mousse. However, we are and so I expect these desserts to be on point. That's
Did you say rotisserie?
Patisserie? That was right? Do I need to do that all over again?
Sorry, I thought Taylor said rotisserie.
Patisserie? Josh is just not as well educated as
I'm just not
in
as
the food area.
I'm just not as cultured as Taylor, apparently.
So this was much better than I thought. So I sometimes am skeptical with mousse, but I figured here this would be a safe place to get it, and it was perfect. I felt like it was set very nice, and they do keep it cooled here, so it's nice and chilled. It was set very well. The chocolate chiffon cake that was in there was really good too. I think there was a nice balance of sweetness, but it wasn't over sweet. And then kind of like the gel layer that's on the top, that's that red that you see, sometimes I think that's a little too thick. However, I thought this was a perfect, nice, thin layer, and I liked the surprise of the crispy pearls on the inside. That was a nice little treat. We also got the spiced Yule Log. This is red velvet chiffon with spiced cheesecake filling, dark chocolate crisp pearls, and it's garnished with chocolate ganache, a poinsettia, and fondant reindeer. I actually really enjoyed this as well. When I saw it, I kind of thought of a pumpkin roll, and so I actually don't like pumpkin roll, so I was afraid maybe I wouldn't like this. However, I think that the consistency of the cake was perfect. It was like nice and moist, but it wasn't like super dense. but it didn't really fall apart like what I was afraid would happen whenever we bit into it. It stayed all nice and together. And then I liked the cream cheese flavor with that spiced in there. It kind of gave me the vibes of a carrot cake, but without the carrot cake flavor, because I actually don't like carrot cake.
Saving my appetite for poutine fries. Let's go. All right, so Sprinkles. I don't know if the actual establishment's open, but ATM is open, and they've got 2 cupcakes. So we've got the gingerbread, which we will add that for $6.50, and a chocolate peppermint. We'll also add that for...
No, you didn't click it.
Oh, shoot.
You had to add one.
Oops.
He
There
almost
we
did it
go.
again.
Add another, and they don't have my very, very special favorite, which is the lemon.
That's a summertime cupcake. Sorry.
So we will check out.
I think we found the biggest tree in the Stroll. The big Disney Springs inspired Christmas tree. I actually didn't know that it was one on the trail till now. Let me get my little sticker here. Yay! Alright, so we got our Sprinkles cupcakes. We've seen a couple of trees on the trail. I think we're gonna try and go back to Poutine because Josh and Elliot really want some Poutine.
Okay, so here at the Daily Poutine, we've got the Gobbler Poutine, which is French fries with shredded turkey, gravy, and cheese curds. Now, they don't mention that they put a little bit of what looks to be almost pickled onions, but in a cranberry sauce. And that's exactly what they are. So they're pickled, but then they're also very, very sweet. It almost has this nice kind of sweet and sour combination that adds to the dish. And frankly, it's really good. What I really like about this place is that they are making them on the fly, basically. So they're made to order, and they're not just kind of sitting there and the fries are like sitting out. They're doing a basket of fries for each order and then putting it all together, which is really great and fantastic. So if there was one thing that I could change, it would probably be not using the giant steak fries. I'm not a huge fan of those. But other than that, I think it's pretty good.
This wasn't listed as a holiday beverage, but it looks kind of holiday-y to me. So this is the Canadian apple slushie. It has Crown Royal Regal apple whiskey. What a tongue twister! With Minute Maid premium lemonade, caramel, and apple. It packs a punch. Woo! The first sip, you definitely get that like apple, like sour taste, which I think is kind of from the apple flavor from the apple that's in there, but also kind of from that Crown Royal whiskey. And then the lemonade really boosts that sourness. But it's quite good. It's very refreshing. Even though it's really chilly today, it's nice because we're sitting in the sun.
So from the Grenacherie, Taylor did get some of those chocolates, as you guys saw, but I wanted to get something very special that I hold dear to my heart, which are s'mores. And I'm always like a little bit like iffy about getting s'mores because sometimes they're kind of like pre-made and then they just sit out and then they give them to you that way. Not how this is done here. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, and it's still warm. So it is still warm. You can see that the chocolate is still nice and melty. This powdered sugar is going to go everywhere. Oh, it's getting on my fingers. Here we go.
Oh, man.
It's good, except it's spilling out the back. Oh, my God. Is there a restroom close by? The only thing that I would change about this is a little less marshmallow. And the only reason I say that is because it has not been thoroughly heated the entire way through because it is so big and it's so thick, but it is still fantastic. Wow, this is really good. Whew. There is so if you guys saw, there is some sea salt that they put on there, which is actually interesting because I've never put salt on my s'mores before, but it adds a nice kind of sweet and salty mix to it, so it's good.
So I'm feeling a little full, so I'm just gonna have one right now. Isn't it the cutest? Look at the teeny tiny Christmas tree. This is a mint chocolate. These are handcrafted. That's pretty amazing. So, if you've ever had like a peppermint patty or like an Andes candy, sometimes there's like white colored filling in there or like a green colored. This is just chocolate and it's like infused with that mint flavor. It is not overpowering, but you really, really get that mint flavor in there. And the chocolate is so smooth on the inside. This is amazing. One is plenty, because it is very rich. So we've been making a few detours here at the beginning of our Christmas tree stroll because we wanted to check out some treats, but we are pretty full now, so we are just gonna straight up finish this tree stroll. So we've made it to Pluto here. Let me find his sticker. There he is. So the next tree is super close to the Pluto tree. It's the Minnie Mouse tree. And this is kind of in where like Ugg and Vera Bradley and Columbia are at. And it's really funny because we actually know pretty much where all these trees are because we've been to Disney Springs so many times and have seen them all already. So I guess this is like Minnie and Mickey because I see red and yellow and white on there. Makes sense that they're kind of at the center of the trail.
And the next stop on our journey is the Star Wars tree.
We're over here by the Orange Garage. In Planet Hollywood. They do give you some reference points on there. But I kind of know Disney Springs. I've been here a time or two, so, you know, figure it out.
Now, I will say, one thing that I think is very different than all the other trees that we've seen so far, this one is very heavily decorated. Like the Star Wars one back there wasn't really all that decorated.
This is Mulan. And we're right here next to the movie theater.
Now this one is also super heavily decorated, and I think what they're really missing here for this to really be a Fantasia one are like the actual characters. Like they've got some musical notes on it, some, you know, flowery kind of designs on the ornaments, but like no real character indication that this is like really Fantasia besides the sorcerer hat up top. There's a broom there and some of the mushrooms, but really like there's not that much else that I can see. And the ornament isn't even really like a heavily themed Fantasia type of ornament.
This is my tree.
All right, and here is probably my favorite one, which is the Haunted Mansion. Not my favorite ride, but definitely every year, my favorite tree. I just love like the Haunted Mansion decor, the feel, everything about it. I don't get the compass though. I see that compass right there. I don't really understand the compass at the moment, but you know, I mean, a lot of detail. Love Leota being in the tree, and they do have some really good ornaments here too that are very specific to the Haunted Mansion and very different than everything else. So it's cool. I really, really enjoy this one.
Wouldn't it be funny if there were 999 ornaments on this tree? Haha. Well, I think we got our ghoulish delight for the day. We've got one tree left.
There it is. This is the last tree for us today. All 4 parks. And I'm digging the old school monorail. It's definitely faded and kind of yellow from being in the sun.
Guys,
they haven't changed it.
we made it to 4 parks in one day.
That's hilarious. Dun-dun-dun. And they still have those same ornaments like they did on the Lion King tree and Fantasia. You know, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Now where's my completer cookie? We've completed the map. I guess we get some sort of surprise. Now at the beginning, I said that you had to go to the Welcome Center. There's actually 3 different locations. One at this end, one at the other far end, and then the Welcome Center in the middle that you can get a map and that you can redeem your map. So we're gonna go to the one that's closest here, right down at the end. It's like House of Blues store. I'm pretty sure you don't know how excited I am about this right now. You used to get buttons for everything, and they have not handed out buttons for anything like this whole year. I mean, obviously the parks were closed for a little while, but like, this is an exciting moment right now.
All right, guys, well, that is going to do it for us here at Disney Springs today. What a nice, fun, little eventful day.
It was, and it felt Christmassy and holiday with the cold weather this morning. It was great. Got some good treats. We saw all the trees. It was exciting.
It was, and the best part about the Christmas tree trail is that it doesn't cost you actually anything at all.
No, and
totally free.
It's super great because we kind of roamed off the beaten path a little bit of where the trees are actually at, and it really doesn't matter because this is just kind of a thing that you can do as you please. And if you don't even finish it and you come back to Disney Springs another day, just bring your map and then you can complete it another day. Exactly.
Or you can just fill in all the stickers by yourself and they'll just give you one already.
Josh! So let us know if you have come to Disney Springs or plan on coming to Disney Springs to check out the Christmas tree stroll or any of the holiday treats.